I always do this cut. I always do that cut. So hey, hi. We're back. Kinda a little different this time. So I was driving home today. I've had it planned. Tuesdays are supposed to be the days that we record this, and I normally let Tuesdays come and go, and then I'll say Saturdays I'll do it Saturdays. I normally let it's a classic, right? Me burping while I podcast. Mm. So, and I normally let Saturdays go. And then, I'll be like, no, okay, next Tuesday. And I never get it done. Well, today I got it done. Different though. I was driving home, had to get some shit from Best Buy. And good news, by the way, my home setup is finally up and working. Such a big deal. I won't bore you with the details. I'll just let you know it's been about, I don't know, about a month and a half journey on top of a 2 or 3 month journey, on top of a 9 month journey of me tearing down the home setup, and it's all working again. So it's kind of cool. I didn't have to buy anything too exorbitant. I bought some docking stations here, some splitters there, some extra HDMI cables. We're up and running. So I have two setups. I've got the one at the studio, we do Chris's podcast, and I got the one at home where we do mine. So, and that's pretty fucking cool. Um, and it leads me to say, I was coming home and dude, I was feeling it. I just felt like, okay, let's just, I'm gonna hit record. Audio's trash, but it's manageable. It's not like super static or anything like that. Just sounds like I'm in a garbage can. And this is that. This is that audio. We're gonna have an audio only version of this. And it it's me. I meander around and make a few points along the way. That's who we are. Um and yeah, hope you like it. You know what I'm gonna say. Like, subscribe, ring notification bell. I don't know. Maybe leave a comment. Be like, hey, you know, that would help, right? Let's get the algorithm going. Let's get it pushing. Let's get it moving. And that's it. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye. Kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah.
I'm just sitting here thinking about my podcast, and it's interesting, man. I can't ever want to do it for one major reason. I don't know what I want to podcast about. I don't know the kind of quality show you guys deserve, and that I'm where that line where it's a show that you guys want to hear, and that line where it's a show that I'm qualified or capable of giving. Like, you guys, as far as I'm concerned, I'm trying to pole vault over your interests, and I just can't say I want to be the fat guy or fat guy getting skinny health show, man. It's not me. It's not what I'm interested in. It's not what I want to do. It's not what I'm qualified to do. There's already so many more people doing it better. It's just the way it is, man. I can't be that guy to you. I listen to some of those guys. I listen to Ethan Suplee. I listen to Gormy. I listen to Mark Bell. I mean, I would even say on to some degree, um, Joe Rogan, right? If he's not a fitness influencer, I think he is the biggest fitness influencer. And I've gained, he started my journey to kind of learning about how, American processed food and all these carbs were the worst part of my diet. Like, I mean, I suppose processed food sort of, it was known but not really claimed, you know? But everyone was saying carbs, 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 low fat. And then you're going to go, well, Russell, I mean, bodybuilders do that. I don't know. Maybe you're right. That's my point. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to health. I am, I know 3 inches deep of that ocean in a very vast manner. Like, I know one or two questions. Can't get past 3, 4, 5, or 6. I mean, Sort of do. I mean, because I've listened to the Keto Games guys. You know, I've listened to Mark Sisson or Eric Berg, which even though some people question some of his stuff, I've watched some of the documentaries that used to be on Netflix that were about how carbs were dangerous. Too many carbs were dangerous. Blood-brain barrier. Before they took them off and decided to push this vegan agenda, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, that's okay. You just don't know. I know what I'm talking about. But that doesn't mean I am well versed or well capable of offering you something new. It has to get like 6 layers deep before I hear about it, right? I'm near the last to know most of this stuff. Not the last. I know people who don't know, but near last. And as far as at least fitness people, near last. I'm not qualified. And being a big fatty who's always barely holding on or not holding on in a positive manner in this fitness journey, I'm certainly more unqualified. Doesn't mean I don't want to not be a fatty. Doesn't mean I don't wake up every day. It's it's 6:30 today p.m. I started today different. I got up, took my thyroid, waited an hour, and then literally had a nice, delicious coffee with protein in it, and like a pound of shrimp with a little bit of butter and lemon in it. And I was just realizing it's 6:30, and I'm just now starting to get hungry. That thing carried me all day. And it was amazing. Now, here's a couple of things. A couple of things are, I didn't have a stressful day today. And I stayed busy today doing chores. So I never got triggered in that natural I didn't ever get triggered to want to eat my feelings today. And I'm gonna guess I probably had 600 calories for breakfast. I don't know. Maybe 800. Maybe 800. And it lasted me all day. Now it's dinner time. I'm going to have some steak, and I'm going to wait a few hours, and then if I get hungry again, I'm going to have some fruit. Somewhere I heard if you eat fruit on top of steak, the gut they don't go well together in the gut. Is that true? It depends on who you ask. And I don't know. I will say, though, I feel like when I've eaten them both at the same time, you get those burps like, I'm not sure that's the right thing going on in there. So maybe, right? So that's it. So I haven't told you guys really about my journey to get more shrooms, which started a few months ago, like 2 months ago. I tried the psilocybin, and it was an incredible experience. It was something I've wanted to know about, something I've been hearing people talk about for a really long time. And I ended up stumbling into a guy. Well, when I mean stumbling, I asked the guy that works at the weed store. I've done that like 3 times. I knew eventually it would pop off. He was like, "Oh yeah, okay, sure. I know about that." And I got some chocolate bars from him. And needless to say, I tried them a few different times. Once was a complete failure. I ate when I tried them. It's just bad. I think I ended up vomiting that night. Another was a complete failure. I tried doing it watching TV. I actually ended up kind of using it, I guess you could say, recreationally, and watched. And on that night, it happened to be that the UFC was on, and there was like a bantam fighter from South America, champ or former champ, fighting the. I think he's South American. It may be Central. If I'm wrong, hey, dude, I'm trying, man. Against the young kid, the Mexican guy that just won, savage little kid, fast. Um, anyways, the former champ, the guy who was a little shorter and a lot stronger, and just you could just tell he was a mean guy. He reminded me of spiders, and I just ended up seeing spiders that entire night watching him. Anytime I closed my eyes, I would see spider eyes staring back at me because I have arachnophobia, and it was just bad. It was just bad, bad. I mean, but not awful. Okay, it wasn't awful. It wasn't like I was trapped in that thought. But if I closed my eyes and drifted, that thought kept popping up. This kind of makes sense, right? I'm watching a thing about violence, right? UFC fighting. I mean, I enjoy that normally. Anyways, the other time, and I'm not going to tell you guys in which order these three events happened because I don't think it's pertinent. Okay, I'll tell you the first time. First time. Yeah, it was the first time. The first time, I changed my mind. The first time I watched it, or I tried them, and frankly, the only time I needed to. I had this it was incredible. It was an incredible experience. Every time I closed my eyes, all I could say is it was kind of like if you ever watched Doctor Strange, that moment when he gets touched by the head Strange lady that was a guy in the comic books and was Asian, and they turn into an androgynous woman. I don't mean to assume her pronouns, but you know what I'm talking about. She touched him, and then his spirit jumps out the back. One of those really cool Tai Chi bullshit things. And but maybe not bullshit though, right? Because I close my eyes and I see that universe he's in, kind of. Maybe not to the furthest extreme, but kind of like that. Anyways, and it was the kind of thing. It was the kind of thing where you know me, I wanted to be a rave kid, EDM kid, man. Oh, I missed my calling. I am meant to be a shredded 185, no muscles. I know that sounds weird. Just dancing in dancing in a nightclub with lights just pumping, and water coming out of a sprinkler. You know what I mean? And just dancing and feeling my body on Molly. That's who I was meant to be. That is my final form, which I'm afraid I will never get to. I missed my chance. I really did. Just kind of casually gay. You know what I mean? Not real gay. Just casually gay. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, boobs. That's the thing. The boobs draw me back. Never mind. I take that last part back because I love my wife. Anyways, so in those thoughts, I don't know if you guys ever saw Saving Private Ryan, right? You know that scene in Saving Private Ryan it's not near the beginning, it's in the middle. And to be honest with you, I don't really remember the movie very well. I've seen it maybe once. But there's this scene where the nerdy guy gets stabbed out by the stronger German soldier, right? I even think there was I think I heard somewhere in some commentary on how maybe that was the guy that Tom Hanks' character could have killed in an earlier scene, but showed mercy, and that guy ends up being the guy that kills one of his fellow squad mates. I don't know if that part's true. I heard some commentary about that, and I just sort of filled in that gap at the end. Might be true though, right? And if it's true, great writing. Anyways, so I was thinking about what it looked like watching that guy shoving the knife into the heart of the other guy. And I had this vision. I had the vision of my two selves, the old self, who is literally insane and trying to eat himself to death for ease, for comfort, is what I really felt like was I was in a fight for my life and from myself, and the version of myself that wants to eat himself to death for comfort and emotional support, who is a fucking lunatic and also my own mortal enemy because he's trying to kill me. And I just had this moment of realizing I'm in a fight for my life. And it's not play. It's for real. And then it's wild because this was just a few 6, maybe 10 months ago. And I forgot mostly along the way since then. So wild, dude. You know, maybe you get a little tired. You see your opponent is tired too, so you try to take a break. I don't know, man. I don't know. Fucking insanity is what it is. So, probably, if any of you are listening to this, you don't know what that feeling's like. A lot of you might know what that feeling is like, where the addict in you is literally trying to kill you. And you just maybe don't even realize it, or you have realized it and you've beat that fight, or you've realized it and you're still wrestling and you haven't killed him instead. And maybe even a very smaller few know that, and also know that that's a guy that's trying to kill you with your own obesity, or gal, whatever, or non-binary. Fuck, I'm in. Fuck it. Anyways, not good, man. And some of you have the luxury of just being casually fat. You know what I mean? You know who you are. And cool. You know, be casually fat if you're fine with that. I don't know at what point it becomes a health problem. Find out. You should know. I know for me it's a health problem. I know at this point it's a health problem. But yeah, that's fucking terrifying. And I probably needed to talk to you about that because I needed to be reminded, which is ultimately what this is all about. Me manifesting intentionality to work some things out inside of me. One of which is and maybe the most important, like my struggle with being super fat, you know, morbidly obese, all that shit. And another is just like, you know, the little kid in me that didn't get loved enough as a kid, trying to fill that gap. But I will tell you, man, for you know, and you can think what you want, and you can be sympathetic or unsympathetic, or you can think, or you can be, I know I'm a little combative right now, because I always hear, whatever the negative thing is, I always hear it inside. So I know what some of you are thinking. But, yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. I don't have to, like, circle the wagons and go down that road again. I said it once. You know, if you're not sure what I meant, rewind it. But anyways, I I really needed this reminder. And talking with you guys was a great fucking reminder. Last week, I listened to Chris talk about his new campaign. Well, and it's not new, by the way. He was the OG as far as like on social media, because he told Rogan this years ago, that meat with a little bit of fruit to top him off. That's what I've been doing as of last week. It works, man. And the reality is, if you're still hungry at night, you're not gonna eat. If you're still hungry at the end of the night and you're near your calorie limit, and maybe you have or maybe you haven't hit your protein goals, right? But you're near your calorie limit, and if all you have is just more meat to run back to, it can get caloric. It can be a calorie issue with the appetite, you know. He's been having, or you can have some fruit. And dude, you can hammer like a pound of pineapple for like 250 calories, I think. I think pound of watermelon is like 125 or 150. That's not going to break you one way or the other, unless you're already just so on the line that maybe you probably need to, try to get a little deeper into the deficit pool to begin with. And if you can't or you're not ready to, you're just trying to not, stuff your face in ridiculous volumes. I'm not judging. It's your journey. Do your best. And if that's your best and you're doing it, awesome. So, but yeah, that's what I've been doing. Now, all the keto heads will say, well, but then you're not in fat burning mode. And isn't this what you're trying to do? That's the most successful way to lose weight. And I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Yeah, good point. But I will say, I've never really been striving for ketosis. I've seen many people skinny off of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Now, there's that thing where, like, the more obese you are, the more your insulin-resistant preset, moves, and you end up being fat will almost always cause metabolic syndrome X, and there's some sugar in there. That's it, man. That's all I know. And that's probably a good point. But I think eventually just lower calories does win, right? Eventually it wins. So you just got to find that point that brings it down. And to my initial statement, once you go hard on the protein and you hit your protein goal, if you are still finding yourself hungry at the end of the night, and it's, a little bit of fruit's not going to kill you, I think, right? Anyways, that's what I think. So that's what I'm doing. And, you avoid a lot of the processed foods that way, right? I mean, I'm not, I guess I still am having processed foods, which I thought about not doing. I thought about getting rid of all of the processed foods, which would be my coffee creamer, right? The sugar-free French vanilla coffee, maybe get rid of it. Just put a little cream in the coffee, and a little, when I mean a little, I mean a little. I know cream can be caloric. Another would be maybe those Premier Proteins, maybe get rid of those. And then other than some A1 steak sauce, which I'm talking about mostly vinegar and some this and that, I don't think 2 tablespoons of A1 steak sauce is really going to kill me. And I don't even know if I have 2. Maybe I have 2. Some hot sauce on my eggs and steak. Yeah, so I'm having eggs in there too. And honestly, I'm not even messing with cheese, because cheese cheese, it's out of control. I start messing with cheese, and I have no willpower in eating cheese in moderation. It's just as likely I will crush as much cheese as, I will overeat in ratio as much cheese as I overeat in ratio in rice, which is the problem to begin with. I'm looking for a sustainable diet where I'm not overstimulating. I'm not killing Domino's. I'm not killing, you know, Popeye's chicken sandwiches, or even just fucking rice and cheese and ground beef and ketchup. Have you ever had rice, chicken, or rice, ground beef, cheese, and ketchup all in the same bowl? It's fucking delicious. It's fucking delicious. It's so hard to go, yeah, but just have like half a cup of rice, Russell. You know, 160 calories, or maybe a full cup. I want three. I want 3 cups of rice with a cup of cheese and a pound of ground beef and all the ketchup on top. I overeat. I overeat so much. So that's it. I've been using the Traeger. I'll go to Winco. God bless Winco. Great steaks, great tri-tip, and yeah, I haven't even really been eating much ground beef lately. And I'll have that with some, maybe like tonight I have some tri-tip. I'm going to go, I cooked tri-tip days ago. I'm going to go finish it off tonight. Gross. Anyways, and then I have to, I'll throw a couple eggs on it. And then, salt and pepper. No cheese. Don't really need it. Maybe some hot sauce. And some hot sauce. And that's it. That's dinner, right? So I guess that's the diet recap. I don't know how far I went off the wagon on that one, down any rabbit trails. Anyways, I don't think I did, which is rare. I was, though. I was going to segue into something that I saw that was fucking wild this last week. Setting aside TikTok, apparently the app just reads all of your information, including what you search for and what you type and all of your files and your photos. Like, it takes names of your files. I guess it doesn't suck. I wasn't going to say suck off. That's gross. You're a pervert. Suck up the, grab the photos, but it's grabbing all of your search, all of your keystrokes, everything you type. It knows everything about you, man. TikTok knows you. The Chinese government knows everything about you. Now, are you in a position where they're going to use that to blackmail you someday? I don't know. I'm not. And there's nothing that I don't search for gross porn. Pretty standard porn. Not that I would feel good if I was in, Bible study group again and I had to, nightmare. But outside of that circle or women with issues, it's pretty mundane. My wife is busy. I need some help stuff, right? Anyways, that's not bad. I don't have like a big problem with it. So, some guys do. I know that. I know that from personal experience. Like, my fucking dad went down that rabbit hole to the point of where he kept having to get a stronger hit, a bigger bump, and ended up looking at kiddie porn. Yeah, hard left turn. Yeah, hey, Pops went to jail for 8 years. Awesome. Sorry that my kids are going to learn that someday. Sorry, I learned that. I guess with them, they'll be far enough removed that it won't sting too bad. Apparently my grandpa was a piece of shit and super abusive to my dad. And it stings pretty bad. So, this shit sucks. Wow, good one. Now that was a solid rabbit hole diversion. My bad, yo. What I've been trying to like smoothly podcastingly bring to you guys is this guy that I saw on TikTok, Josh Art 7. Holy shit, he is this guy where, I guess he works at a rescue, which rescues are awesome. Foster homes are rescues if you think about it, right? I'm pro rescue. He works at a pet rescue, dog rescue, even better, right? Well, not better than the foster homes, but you know what I'm saying. But this one's for wolves. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This guy, I mean, like, dude, he probably loves dogs. And honestly, dude, when he is winning these dogs over and they're vibing with him, it must be exhilarating. But this guy's TikToks, if you go to his TikTok, he is on the razor's edge of getting mauled. But I guess one of these dogs in particular, the alpha, and according to him, and I would only assume that he knows what he's talking about because he's not dead. It's not his home tribe. This is a foster home of wolves. So this dog's even Wolf. Sorry, sir, Wolf. Much respect. This wolf is always on the edge, or he's always trying to show his dominance. And it looks like he's on the edge of killing this guy in almost every single TikTok. Here's how his TikTok reels go. Look at this crazy situation. Wow, that dog just got triggered and almost mauled that guy and killed him. Oh, wow, look at him amazingly get himself out of near death. Well, I mean, he goes near death and he gets himself out of it because he knew how to appease the dog really fucking fast and really effectively to get back on the dog's good graces. Holy shit, dude. And I'm first of all, it's great content. Wow. Great content. I like dogs, and so dog and cat videos, dog, cat, and bikini videos, man, it's all my feed is. I am sorry. TikTok figures out what you watch and it feeds it to you. You know it's true. I had a good buddy tell me that they were into watching TikTok videos of people eating. I was like, and that's what just keeps popping. Like it figures you out. It's creepy how well it figures you out. I'm into other shit too, but anyways, it's just wild. It's just fucking wild. I just thought I'd tell you that. If I wasn't a dork on TikTok and I post videos of me playing Xbox, and I'm, on one hand, I'm pretty ashamed of it. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm 47, and, I guess I never grew up in that way. Which also kind of appeases that same, I've always been a wannabe creative. I'm not a genuine creative. I'm not. I mean, I know I'm not. But I've always wanted to be a creative. And I find, meaning I desire to be creative, I'm just not good at it. Not much talent. I can sort of ramble here and there, right? That's good. As far as all the other stuff, I'm not very good at it. I could list you a lot of people that are. Some that are famous, some that aren't. Anyways, so yeah, I'm now afraid to ever post on people's TikTok because I'm afraid they're gonna go back and see how ridiculous my TikTok is. By the way, follow Russellbuddy on TikTok if you want to see mediocre gaming clips. And that's not about doing other stuff on there. This whole fitness thing, I don't know. I'm not really a fitness influencer, even though my Instagram page sort of would appear that I want to be one. I don't know, man. I just want to be me, and I'm trying to get the courage to just be me, and then if you want to follow me and root me on my journey, or you like your video game clips and you like it when people like your video game clips, so you like other people's video game clips, which is also what the fitness people do if we really think about it. Yeah, I'll do that. But back to this guy, and maybe we'll wrap it up. First of all, he's amazing. Second of all, I think it might be insanity also. I'm not trying to be mean, and I know I'm being ignorant to some degree, right? But like I think he's chasing the dragon of this thing, and kind of and like like this need of his to ride the lightning or chase the monkey or whatever euphemism is actually the right way of saying it. I think this is a drug to like work at this wolf reservatory, and it's not even like I'm certain there's like you look at people at the zoo, and there's clearly a way to respectfully and responsibly like care for animals without trying to like be amongst them. Like I mean that's the thing. It's like he is amongst these dogs. And you might say, Russell, but see, because you don't know, that's what you have to do so he doesn't get killed. I don't know. I bet you there's a way to do it not that way. You know what I mean? But maybe, and if the only way is that you can do it by putting your life, if like every one of his colleagues are doing it the same way, I just haven't seen their TikTok page yet. Or they don't have the gift of wanting to hold a camera and look that's pointed at themselves the entire time like this guy does. The gift or the insanity, you guys decide. Like I bet you I'm just saying like almost in a way of like how like Fat Russell's trying to kill Russell, you know what I mean? Like dog loving Josh is trying to kill Josh, is what it looks like to me. Like, you can only, you can only dodge the bullet so many times, man. And I am not trying to wish that upon him. I don't know, man. Maybe I should block him. It's the responsible thing to do to not contribute to the demise, maybe, who knows? I wonder how much interesting, right? I wonder how much putting it on the gram or on TikTok like makes him want to do it more. I don't know. It's a good question. It's a really good question. Yeah, man. And I said this. It's kind of. I'll wrap it up with this. Kind of interesting. About maybe God, I don't know. 9 months ago, I saw the Barefoot Sprinter, and who else, man? God, it might have been another guy I've actually talked to at Mark's gym, a mobility guy, and I just can't think of his name. But I've watched one of his like reels. Maybe they were 60 seconds or 90 seconds at the time. God, it might have been the Barefoot Sprinter, but it's not. I can't remember exactly which reel caught me. But I don't remember necessarily the reel, but I remember the feeling I saw after the reel. I feel like I just went to a 3-hour seminar in 90 seconds. And I was thoroughly entertained along the way. And he had a delivery style. Almost every sentence was a new cut. There was motion, there was camera motion, there was him motioning, and I said to myself, this guy literally just raised the bar of creating health and fitness content that will forever change how it's delivered. this will trickle down. And recently, I've been seeing that same style everywhere. To even include guys I know at Merck's Gym. Like, and I'm not trying to put them out. I'm clearly not saying that they're copying him. I'm saying he was innovative. And he made a blueprint of how to give out incredible content. I even told him this. Nah, it must have been the Barefoot Sprinter. It must have been. It must have been, because I remember telling him this when Chris did his podcast. Vice versa, when he did Chris's podcast. And now, I've seen Andrew. I've seen Nasima. Nasima? Sorry, Nasima. I never say your name right. I'm really bad with names. And I've seen, oh, god dang it. Shit. The young guy. The young guy that's always there with the camera and editing, who I really like. And I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. Just put out a fire video on jumping rope. And it's that same, dude, it was like, this isn't content where they are just like, roll the camera and we'll figure it out. This is shit that's been mapped out, written, designed, and executed to perfection. And, dude, I never do that sort of shit because I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. That's not me. I like the reels a little bit, kinda, you know, just because I like music. I like putting motion to music on videos. It's really, if anything, I think of Dr. Disrespect as video game videos. That's where I get it from. I don't know. I like the idea of doing a podcast because I think that's like closest to my gifts. Even though, like, and I don't mean this with much hate or salt, not hate, salt. I don't mean to sound salty, nor do I mean to sound unappreciative of this. Like, no one watches my podcast, no one listens to my podcast except for a few guys. And also at the very same time, I'm so glad that a few guys listen to my podcast. The reality is, for you guys listening to this right now, it is my desire to give you something that you would want to listen to. Some of you I've met through playing video games. Some of you I've met through being featured as a Mark and Chris's buddy, right? And I'm always very cognitive that those don't necessarily overlap, right? Those don't overlap. So which one am I trying to be? Am I trying to be which one of these is kind of dumber? The obese fat guy who's talking about losing weight, but to this stage hasn't really done a very good job of doing it. Or the old guy who isn't very good at video games that plays a mostly dead video game. Not all the way, I get it, but mostly, at least not A tier video game anymore, right? But this is the game I love. It's the game I love to play. I love playing that game. I know its flaws, but that's the game that gives me the juice, right? Needless to say, I'm fucking loving my life right now. My life is as cool as I want it to be. The numbers will never be good enough. You know what I mean? Like, the numbers will never be good enough. So it's not about the numbers. I mean, sure, it is about the numbers, but it's not about the numbers either. I can put the value of that, of how many people are liking my shit. I could choose to slide that near bottom. Not to say that it's not a reflection to some degree of how good you are at stuff, because it is. And I do want I only care about it because I want to make good shit for you guys to listen to or watch or be a part of if you decide to go to my stream, which I've decided to start doing Saturday nights because I fucking love doing it. And I think once a week, I mean, I'll never be famous at twitching, which fine. I don't need to be famous at twitching. I love doing the show. I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about that video game. I wish I was a little more passionate about losing weight. I'm not. I'd like to become passionate, you know, or at least diligent if I can't find passion. You know, I do enjoy podcasting though. I love podcasting. I love being part of Chris's podcast, which I love getting a chance. I get to work out at the Mark Bell gym, strongest gym in the West. It's amazing. I'm so blessed. I get to go. If all I did was just help Chris with his podcast, that'd be fucking awesome. If all I did would be to somehow help Mark put his message out, that'd be fucking awesome. I mean, yes, I would love to somehow be worthy to be, someone good enough at that. I just don't see it happening, you know? But I do have not to say I don't have dreams of that somehow. I mean, I guess I kind of do. I don't know. I just don't believe I'm the right guy for it. But I do feel pretty fucking good at supporting those guys because those guys are fucking amazing. You know? Like, God, who's that guy? You know who's got my attention right now? What is his name? Oh, this guy on TikTok and on Instagram, Mike Trotter. He's this handsome big dude. A little Mike. Fucking Mike. I love you, dude. I'm on your fucking side here. And Mike's not shredded. He's big and fucking strong. Maybe he is shredded. Maybe he is. I don't know. Mike, are you shredded? Let me find out. I don't know if let me see if let me look at a picture of Mike again. Okay. Come on. Don't be a pain in the ass. I'm looking up Mike. Hold on. Mike.
What? I'm crazy. Mike was super shredded, and I'm a giant fan. And he'll look at the camera and he'll be like, hey, big fella, I saw that you lost 95 pounds. That's good. Keep pushing. And I don't know if that's his real voice, but then, or he'll be like, hey, big fella, you said you was going to go Monday. And then you didn't go Tuesday. You said you'd go Tuesday. And now it's Wednesday, and you're thinking, I missed Monday. I missed Tuesday. I'll just go Saturday. Stop, big fella. You know better. Go. And he looks deep. Like, he looks deep into the cameras. He's just like looking into your soul. Big fella, you know it's time to do it. I don't even know if that's what he sounds like. I'm not even sure if that's what he says, but that's what I hear. And he's incredible. And it's his thing. And he's really good at it. And I don't know, dude. I don't have a thing. I'm not fucking strong. I'm not mobile. I don't know. But I'm doing it, man. I'm here. We're having fun. We're having a good time. And I guess that's all it is. So yeah, man. I went to his Instagram page and and when I did that, it must have clicked on a reel and it turned off recording. So the last, I don't know, couple minutes got clipped off and we're done. We've gone too long. But yeah, man, I had a really good time recording this. I kind of had fun listening to it again on the edit, which I don't know, man. Maybe you guys aren't into it. I'm into it. I like what I'm doing. I'm enjoying my life right now. And I get to do some cool stuff and be around some amazing people on a daily basis. And I get to dream. And I get to push towards something. And that gives me something to do and something to hope for. And I'm feeling good today. I've been 3 or 4 days. I'm wrapping up day 4 of eating clean. And I'm grateful. I feel focused right now. And so we move forward. We keep marching. And I hope you're doing the same. I appreciate you guys. All right, kisses. Bye. Bye.